Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you will receive alerts when there are new episodes. Go get it.
I've been grinding for so long, I wake up and chase my goals. I go out and I go get it. How to code, that's all I know. I don't succeed, then I don't breathe. Success, what does it mean? If I conquer all my goals, then I'm living out my dream. Dig deep, go out and get it. Success Chronicles, compete until it's finished. Success Chronicles, go take care of your business. Success Chronicles, it's deeper than just winning. Success Chronicles.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? We are here with the Success Chronicles topic session. And today we're going to hit on commitment here with my good friend, Lauren Ammon, and an awesome lady doing some awesome things. And always good to chop it up with her and just dive deep. I interviewed her and she hit on her 3 C's. And I thought that the 3 C's were amazing. And in this topic session, this is our second C, which is commitment. And so first, Lauren, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. It's a bright sunny day here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Can't complain about that.
Good deal. Good deal. Well, let's dive into commitment. What are you feeling on commitment today?
Yeah. So when we talked about the 3 C's, talk first and foremost about courage. And the second one is commitment. And courage and commitment go hand in hand. It's kind of a step 1 and then a step 2 in terms of once you find the courage to take action, to make a change, to want something different, then comes the commitment, right? You can have the courage to make the decision, but then it's about making the commitment to bring that to life. And that can happen over time, or in the context of sports, it can happen instantaneously. So last time we talked, when we were talking about courage of in the football world, right? Standing up to the line, being at the play. So there's that courage every time of stepping up and getting back up, but then making the commitment to actually follow through with it. Creating that sense of discipline. And I actually had a really interesting conversation the other day with someone. I think discipline, the way that I interpret discipline, is very helpful to me. It's a very positive word for me. And the conversation I was having with someone, she was encouraging me to flip the sense of that word because it's so harsh or it's so confining. And I thought, oh, no, for me, discipline works. It's a part of that commitment. It's to say to yourself, I have the courage to make this change, or I have the courage to step up to this play, and I have the commitment, the discipline to follow through on it and to see what's going to come because I made the choice to be there and to follow through and to act. And that's what I believe commitment is so. It seems like it's such a given, but it's an intentional choice. You got to take that commitment to the next level. So that's what I have on commitment.
And I love that so much. The discipline, how it's hand in hand. Yes, courage and commitment. The discipline and then the intentional choice. Just piggybacking on that. I think. I'm trying to take notes and learn too at the same time.
By all means.
At the same time, while we're doing the interview and talking, I'm trying to learn. But yes, they go hand in hand, courage and commitment. And for me, and this is one thing, I'm glad you said the magic D word because discipline is a great thing for me too. And I view it in that manner. And I believe that discipline allows us the freedom to be happy. Right. And what I mean by that is if we can have that self-discipline and be committed to something and see it out and finish it, it allows us to hit our goals. It allows us to continue to take steps in the manner, in the direction, in the way that we want to go, which allows us to achieve those things, but then also it allows us to be proud of what we've achieved. And like you said, like you have to be intentional about being intentional. Like it's a choice. You don't have to, like it's a choice. Like you don't have to be committed,
No.
but that's what you're going to get from on the other side. The result is non-committed on the result as well.
Yeah. And I love what you said about discipline and this concept of it providing freedom.
Yeah.
And, taking that, or what I heard when you said that, or how I interpret that, was discipline allows us to set boundaries.
Yes.
Which provides freedom. And I know that can sound backwards, but kind of, follow through the thought in terms of, if we say to ourselves, this is what we're committed to, these three things, right? Let's talk, I'm committed to working out every single day. I'm committed to drinking 100 ounces of water every day. And I'm committed to hitting my macros in terms of food, right? I'm just totally random things, right?
Mm-hmm.
If those are the three things that we choose to be disciplined about, that actually gives us freedom to say to other things, not right now, or I'm not going to, or this is an opportunity for me to focus on that later, right? It gives us the freedom in the moment to say, this is what I'm working on, and everything else I can block out because I said, this is what's going to get me to where I want to go, right? Whatever your goal is. And whatever you're disciplined about, it gives you freedom to say no to the things that don't fit in there and that could distract you from achieving them. So I love what you said in terms of discipline actually gives us freedom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so and you understand that because you've lived that as well, right? Like you've in order to be great at what you do, like you have been, you have to have some discipline in there. You have to be committed to the cause. Like you can't be, one toe in the water, like literally, like you're a swimmer. Like you can't be, you got to get your whole body in there, Lauren.
Yeah.
And hurt and swim and breathe heavy and all of those things that you work on to be great, you have to be committed. And so there's an analogy that I'd like to share, and some of you that may have heard it, you may have heard the ham and eggs analogy, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go bacon because I'm a bacon guy. So I'm gonna go bacon and egg analogy, right? And so with the bacon and egg, you like that one. So with the
Yes, I do.
with the bacon and egg analogy, the chicken was involved, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the pig was committed.
Mm-hmm.
With the bacon and egg analogy, when you're eating bacon, the chicken was involved, but the pig, oh man, the pig was committed.
Mm-hmm.
And just like in everything that we do, we to be committed, we have to be completely in, regardless of the circumstances, regardless of the distractions. We have to be completely in and just finish. And when we do that, like I said earlier, you'll be proud of what you've accomplished, and there is no regrets when you do that, because using the word that you used earlier, because you're intentional about being intentional each moment of each day. And so it allows you to be the best version of yourself.
Yeah. That analogy is classic, and I do enjoy it. And what you were saying before too is kind of the payoff, and it goes back to our conversation about courage. Is sometimes you have to have the courage to step up to really uncomfortable things, right?
Yeah.
And then what you were saying before is having that commitment to follow through, even when it's really uncomfortable, and you kind of get you've demonstrated the courage to get there. Now you're taking commitment to have the action, and you're standing in front of something that's wildly uncomfortable for you, and to keep going because you know the result is going to be a payoff, because you're going to do something that you've never done before, or you're going to show yourself a skill that you've never tried before, that you never thought you had. And that's what really resonated when you just said that, is being able to take it to that next step and see what's actually going to come of it, particularly when it's really uncomfortable. And whenever you've committed yourself to, you're even though you're like, oh my God, I really don't want to do this. The commitment tells you are going to, and your discipline tells you are going to.
And too, when you talked about the courage, if you want to do something that you have never done before, you got to do something that you've never done before. And so you have to be committed to doing that, and stretching yourself and pushing yourself and getting comfortable with being uncomfortable, because on the other side of that discomfort is maximum growth.
Mm-hmm.
When you're committed,
mm-hmm.
when you're disciplined, when you're intentional.
Yeah. And when you put your whole body in that water and say, I'm going for it.
Hey, not just the toe, Lauren. Hey, you got to get your body in the water.
Yeah, you can't be a very good swimmer if the only thing you're putting in the water is your toe.
No. Hey, put a couple fingers in there and feel the temperature, see what it feel like. No, get in there. Let's go.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Well, that's good. Well, anything else you have on commitment?
I think what I always tell clients that I work with, or anybody that I'm speaking with who's coming up, a good friend or a family member who's coming up against something, they're starting to, they had the courage to make the decision to do, but they're starting to feel doubt, is to always encourage them to go back to the original feeling you had when you made the decision to go after it. Honor the original commitment, even if as you're going down the path, you're still feeling uncomfortable about it. Honor the original commitment, and you'll be wildly surprised at what you're capable of doing.
That's amazing. I love that. I love that. That is good stuff. And it helps it be a process for you as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, Lauren, again, I just want to say thank you so much for sharing the 3 C's with us: courage, commitment so far. It's been a good time, and I hope that you audience have gained some great tips to help you be better with your courage and your commitment for this topic session. And we'll see you next time for the next C.
Thanks, Chip. Always love being here.
Always a good time. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next time. God bless. Go get it.